friends, it's Miss Ashley with the Crave Art Club and your Creative Avenue. How is everyone? I have my chair here because my kitty cat's sitting on it, so it looks funny in the shot, but that's okay. You guys, the Crave Art Club's first ever end of summer art camp is here. I'm so excited, you guys. So I don't know if you've seen my post yet, but I have been posting. The art camp is available. Basically what it is, it's a bundle of 4 video art lessons that you can do anytime with your kids, your grandkids, whatever that might look like for you. So you don't have to schedule your art time with a Zoom call. You don't have to schedule your art time with when I'm live here. It can be any time that works best for you and your family. So you can go to craveartclub.com/artcamp2020 and then sign up there and you will get, it's $27. So it's less than $7 a class, which is pretty awesome. My normal like paint party classes are more than that, y'all. This is watercolor. We're gonna use Crayola markers. So I'll show you real quick some of the supplies. We're gonna use these kinds of Crayola markers. Now you might have other markers, other brands of markers, and that's fine. They could still totally work. I'm trying to pull y'all up on the Facebook. They might totally work. The way you would test to see if markers you already have work is to grab some watercolor paper or mixed media paper. Those are the 2 best papers for watercolor that you would use with your kids. So you can grab some watercolor paper or mixed media paper. Super cheap. You could buy a pack of that at Target or Michael's or whatever, okay? Amazon, it's always more expensive, but convenient. So you just rub this on the watercolor paper, like a scratch piece of paper. And then you take water and put it over the top. I should do this because I should try it out for you, but I don't have water here. This was kind of impromptu, y'all. So you just rub it on there, and then you put water over it. If it bleeds, and still the color stays, but it bleeds and gets like wider and kind of fans out, and it doesn't disappear, then it's gonna work. If it just stays like a line and doesn't go anywhere, this is not gonna work. We want the color to just bleed on there, okay? And we don't wanna tell the kids, we don't wanna tell them that's what's gonna happen, so you gotta test it out yourself as mom or grandma or dad or grandpa or whoever. Test it out because that's kind of the magic of 2 of the lessons. We also have one more magic trick that the kids can opt for on our shark painting that we talk about, which is fun. So we have 4 paintings. We use regular watercolors. Crayola 24 count watercolors is my favorite. Let me grab those. These are my favorite watercolors, you guys, because you get a huge variety. There's 24 colors. They're really vibrant. You don't need to use a lot when you put the color on. And I talk about that in the videos, and your colors will last a really long time because the kids aren't having to like swirl forever and ruining the whole, palette, okay? And we'll use Sharpies. That's pretty much it. It's the watercolor paper or mixed media paper, watercolor, Sharpie, and then some of these markers. Now, if you don't have these markers, maybe you have watercolor and you're like, I just don't want to pay the extra for the markers. They're less than $10 for the pack. I get a bigger pack of them, but you can get whatever pack you want. I like the ones that come with a teal in them or a turquoise in them because it gives one more option for a blue. But I do show the kids how they can mix colors and make it work. But if you don't want to get the markers and you only want to get the watercolors, in the videos I talk about how you can still use watercolor for the whole painting. You don't have to use, hi Jen, you don't have to use the markers, but it is a really fun trick. So if you can afford it and you're okay with it, I would really say grab the markers, grab the watercolors, a Sharpie, and a pencil. You'll need a pencil. I'm hoping everyone has a pencil. And the watercolor paper or mixed media paper. And we're gonna have some fun. So you would just order the bundle. It's $27. You get the 4 paintings, and then you don't get the paintings. You get the lessons on how to do the painting. So your kids can just watch me teach the lesson. You can take a break. You can put your feet up. You can eat bonbons, because I know that's what we all do when our kids, are occupied for sure. No, we're probably working, cleaning the house, doing the laundry, trying to brush our hair, brush our teeth, get, clean clothes for the day, maybe a shower. I don't know. So you guys do what works for you. And then you'll get a bonus video. And I know I've talked about this a few times here, but you'll get a bonus video to show you how to mount your artwork so that, like this, it's really pretty. Good job, kiddo. You did awesome. It's awesome. And it still looks fantastic. But if you want to take it to that next level, I show you a bonus video of how to do this. And the kids can learn how to do it too, okay? So, and mount it in super affordable, cheap way to mount your kids' artwork. So if you guys want to grab that bundle, the great thing is that you, like I said, you don't have to be on anybody else's schedule. If you wanted to use this as an end of summer camp, that was my thought originally, and then I thought, hey, there's like a million ways you can use this. But if you want to use it as an end of summer camp, you could say like, okay, next week, you guys, we're going to art camp, we're having fun because a lot of us can't go anywhere, we're all still stuck at home. So you could set up a little art station for your kids, and then every day at whatever time works for you, you have art class. It's the same supplies you'll have out the whole time. So you just have one little box with all the supplies. You don't even need to be hunting for supplies every day. They just pick up the box, put it on the table, they dish out their supplies to each other if you have more than one kid. Or maybe you want to do the lessons with your kids. I would highly encourage the parents to do it with the kids because I think it's fun. But if that's not your jam, the kids can do it, and I'll teach it. I teach the whole thing step by step, make it super easy for them. We do provide you with tracers. So if you order the bundle, you're going to get a supply list that tells the supplies for all of the lessons, okay? Some of the lessons will just use watercolor. Some of them will use the markers. Or, like I said, if you just want one or the other, that's fine. You might not want just markers the whole time. Watercolor would work for all of it. It would all work for all of it, but I would suggest you at least have watercolor. And then, so you get that supply list. You get a tracer for every painting. So our first painting is this landscape, the palm tree landscape painting, okay? So we've got the sunset, and they learn how to make that sunset happen. They learn about how the colors mix and how they work together. And then they learn how to draw this. I provide you with the tracer that has the whole outline of the whole drawing on there. And I show the kids how to transfer that, if you can print it out at home, how to transfer that onto your watercolor paper or mixed media paper. But I know that not everyone has a printer these days. So if you can't print it, I also draw it freehand with the kids. So whether you have a printer and you can make the tracer, or your kiddos are going to draw it on their own, which I highly encourage them to draw on their own, but I don't want it to be a holdup for some of them. So that's why we provide the template. But I highly encourage them to just draw it on their own because it's got their own, little stamp on it. It's like their signature. It's their age. It's so great to see kids' artwork drawn like a kid. I just think it's endearing and I love it, and I would really encourage them to do it, okay? But I do show them how to draw it. So we have the palm tree one. And then I think the second one in the bundle, which you guys can watch them in any order you want, because once you have the bundle, you can do it however you want to do it, is our pirate ship. And I tell them they can make a gray sky. They can make whatever colors they want in here. They could have red water, pink water, green water, blue water. It doesn't matter. But we talk about a few different ways to use the colors in this. And then we talk about how to draw the ship, which you also get the template for that. Hi, Mr. Goff, how are you? So the third painting in the summer, end of summer bundle is going to be the lighthouse. So we draw the lighthouse, and I show them how to draw the lighthouse. Again, they can do the template tracer, and I show them how to do that. And then this one's using the markers. Instead of watercolor, this one uses the markers and turns it into watercolor. But that's the surprise for the kids, so make sure you don't tell them about the surprise. But you will want, I'll give you a little trick, you will, and I talk about it in the video, but they don't want to color this all solid in with marker because it will kind of lose the effect once they do the magic part. And I talk about that in the video, okay? So they'll be totally fine. And we talk about how to get your edge-to-edge kind of look and how to get more of this kind of rough edge sort of look. And then we do our shark is our last painting. The shark I love so much. I talk about this fierce shark, and I did have a mom say to me, my girls would want a nicer shark. They wouldn't want to make a scary shark. Now, I know plenty of girls that would totally dig this shark. But we do talk about how to put a bow on this shark or how to change expressions and make your painting seem more friendly or confused or happy or whatever it's going to be. And we talk about how to change expressions, even if they're using the tracer. And then we talk about line quality in that video because we change up our line quality in this one. So that's really fun. This is a really fun one. And if you do want to have a nice straight edge like this white edge, the only other thing you might want to have is painter's tape because that's how we make that border with painter's tape. So that is our summer camp. You could use it as a summer camp and do 4 days of art, one project each day as part of your art camp. And what I would suggest, and I'm going to chat about it right now, I would suggest that you have some fun themes going for your day, because that's what we like to do now. That might be too much for some people, and then don't worry about it. But you could have like a fun pirate theme. Like if my kids paint this one, they're gonna be like, can we dress up like pirates? And because we like to do face painting too, I could be like, face paint them into a pirate, or they could go find like a bandana. Everyone's got the bandanas right now. They could pretend they're a pirate. They can have an eye patch, and they can do their painting and pretend they're pirates. You can give them pirate's booty as a snack. And then you got the whole pirate theme going on. You could play some piratey music. Maybe you could watch Pirates of the Caribbean. So you can turn your one little art project into a full day of camp fun. Pirates of the Caribbean, which we watched with our kids. They were fine. Couple gory, scary, pirate-looking things, and you know your kids best. But my kids, they loved it. So you could do pirate's booty snack, pirate dress up however you want to dress up like a pirate. You could do Pirates of the Caribbean as your movie, and then you could do pirate art. They would have a blast. Like that would be one day of summer art camp if you want to do it that way. Or, and then you would do each of the other days in that week. Or you could go into like one lesson a week and get yourself through the end of summer. Or if you're schooling at home and you're not going to have art classes with your school, or you're a homeschool parent and you have to do your own art classes and you don't like to teach art, you can use these lessons once a week, and then your kids could totally still have art. And not taught by you. You don't have to teach it, because I'm going to teach the whole thing. But you could also set it up as like a fun Friday. So if your kids do really good with their distance learning or their homeschooling, Monday through Thursday, Friday could be fun art day, and they could, go and do the whole dress up thing, the snacks. You could just make it into like a big party for them, celebrating the tough times, man. Like this is a whole new thing for them. So it could be a really special way to use it as a treat for your kids or for your grandkids. If you're a grandma and you're watching, because I know we have a lot of grandmas that watch. So if you think that you could, your grandkids could benefit from this, maybe gift it to them. Gift it to their parents, because then their parents would be like, sweet, here's the supplies, kids. You know what to do. Let's do it. So it might be a really great gift for your grandkids. So kids, grandkids, whoever it is, neighbor kid, maybe there's a neighbor kid and they don't have a lot and they need some extra fun stuff. You could gift this bundle to them. And what happens is you go on to craveartclub.com/artcamp2020, and then you'll register for it. And then it's $27, less than $7 a lesson, which is fantastic. And you would get the supply list. It'll all come in an email. So if you don't get the email with the supply list, with the links to the videos and supply list, links to videos, and templates, then message me and let me know. Just PM me and I will figure out what happened and make sure everything's good. But we've already had people getting it and they're fine. They've gotten it. So I think it's probably great. And totally working. So anyways, that's it, you guys. Have so much fun. I hope that you guys grab this for your kids or for your grandkids or for yourself, and have some fun doing some watercolor with us this summer, or however you want to use it throughout the year. All right, guys, have a great week, and I'll see you back later. Bye, friends.